So this is my bedroom. I've had this bedroom for a couple of years now, which is kind of insane that I've had 2 years in this space and this is the most I could do with it. Other than the dark green bed sheets and tata, that's like the only color I have in this room. I feel like I have a really nice blank canvas to work with. Because it's so blank, I don't know where to start. Growing up, my bedroom was a very cluttered space because it had to have every aspect of my life in it. And so now when I got to this place, I kind of like relished in the fact that I have this space that feels quite like empty. So what I don't want to do in the process of decorating everything is basically just fill my room with lots of stuff and clutter that I don't need. But I also want to add additional pieces to this area that elevate the space. I want my bedroom to feel very calm, very warm, very cozy. It's like the place I want to go to when I want to relax. So I don't want any crazy bright colors here. I don't want anything really like in your face and loud. But I want to show you guys the starting point, and as you can see, we are very much working with a blank slate.
We'll begin with the eyes open to soft and gentle gaze, taking in our surroundings and creating that sense of safety.
Thank you to Headspace for sponsoring this video. I am in a much calmer and more mindful chapter in my life. And I've been really like seeking tools that help me get to that place, because for a long time that didn't come to me naturally. I was in a very like frantic, dysregulated place. Headspace is really good for getting me into that mindfulness state and just taking a few minutes out of my day to be present. It also gives me all the tools and resources I need to bring out the best version of myself. The main thing I like about Headspace is that there's so many variety of options to choose from. You can do 10-minute mindfulness practices. I like to do these more like in the day. You can do yoga, which is really cool. And also you have podcasts. I am such a big podcast girly, so I like to listen to podcasts while I'm journaling.
You know, mindfulness is not something you have to go out and find.
Yeah.
It's not something that you have to seek out. It resides within you.
I never saw myself as a mindful meditation girly, but I feel like as I'm getting older, I am gravitating to that more. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I love me a good breathing exercise. I am very into learning how to breathe. I did not know how to breathe for a really long time in my life. Well, breathing properly. And now I'm like very into that. That's growth, baby. I would highly recommend Headspace. If you use the link in my description or scan the QR code on screen, you can try Headspace completely free for 60 days. That is such a good deal. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Check it out, try it out, and let me know how you get on. I mainly meditate in my room, mainly in this space here because it's quite open and free. And I want it to feel really cozy and soft and calm. Just something that will help me easily relax and get into that mindful state more. I don't know what that would look like visually. I think it's time to go on Pinterest. I feel like Pinterest is like my go-to place whenever I need like inspo. This is what my Pinterest bedroom inspo looks like right now. It's very light. It's very simple. There's nothing too crazy in your face. And it is kind of like wood, nature, earthy themed, and I think that's what I'm gravitating to right now. I do like the lamps here. I like the circular bulb look. I really like this color scheme. I just don't know if it's too much in my bedroom. I don't even know what this aesthetic is, what the name for it is. For whatever this vibe is, that's what I want. Oh, this is nice. That little setup there with the wardrobe and the mirror on top. This whole bed setup, stunning. I guess I got a bit of it because I've got like that green linen bed sheets, which I love. They are so nice. I think I just need to add like a throw and more cushions. I think I need to go to stores to look at lamps and look at prints and just see things in the flesh. It's nice visualizing like this. I think the next step is to see it in person and then just see what I'm like drawn to. I thought interior design would come naturally to me because I'm like a creative person, but I'm not very good at putting things together, knowing what works, because it's a lot more than you think. I would walk through these showrooms and be like, oh, this is so cute, I want to do this. And then when you actually have to do it, I have no idea what to do. It's like a puzzle, which I can't figure out. So this time I'm going to be way more attentive as I'm going through the showrooms and being like, okay, I see what they've done, the colors, the different types of furnitures, how they put it together. See, like little things like this I wouldn't have paid attention to before, but I quite like how it's dangling down. I like this. It's very calm and I love the wood. What I'm realizing is I am gravitating more to white, green, wood, that kind of thing. I like those kind of neutrals. I was thinking, do I want like a circle one on top of my like cabinet? If I have like a storage unit, should I go for a circle one on top of it? If I don't go for that, I think I like this style too. This would be good for outfit pictures because that's the main thing I think about. This is giving like Cinderella or fairy tale vibes. Holy smokes. This is like every princess's dream. This is so cool. I want to be a princess so bad. Not the aesthetic I'm going for, but I do like this mirror. I feel like I have a good idea on what kind of style I like. Like when I'm going to all these different stores, I know which items I really gravitate to and what colors I like, but I have no idea how to put that all together into a cohesive style. I think the reason why I put off decorate my room for so long is because a part of me feels a lot of pressure. I need to have an end result that looks super aesthetic and like the images I'm seeing on Pinterest. But I think maybe by approaching like that, I am setting myself up for failure. So I was doing some research online and I came across Feng Shui. In terms of bed placement in your bedroom, your bed should never be facing away from the door. I have 2 doors in my bedroom and my bed is facing away from both of them. So Feng Shui means wind and water, and it's a practice aimed to harmonize the individual with the environment. And that's done through design and arranging the space. It caters more to what your needs are and what you want to get out from your space. And I think that's probably a much healthier and more productive approach for me. Apparently, a big no-no in Feng Shui is your mirror should never be facing the bed. So I think I'm gonna have to figure out a new spot for the mirror. I moved the mirror to the side of the bed. There are 5 elements to Feng Shui. Wood brings growth and vitality. I'm thinking I add like a wooden shelf on top of my bed. Fire is passion and energy. It could be like candles. Earth is stability and balance. I definitely want to invest in getting more plants. And water is wisdom and abundance. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate water, to be honest. Does a lava lamp count as water? Probably not. I have decided I want to turn this wall into a statement wall, which means it's time to look at paint. I'm gonna have a little browse around and pick a few different color options and buy sample pots because I want to try it on the wall and see what it looks like in real life and then decide. My game plan was to just go to the store and I thought a color would just pop out and speak to me. I tend to gravitate to either bright colors like yellow or calming colors like green. So I picked up a few samples. Also based on my Pinterest inspiration board, I picked up some shades in more neutral tones. I ended up getting so many samples because I could not decide. I picked like darker neutrals and the darker neutrals are definitely a big no-no. What? Now that I've seen all the samples on the wall, I don't think I like any of them. Even though it's only one wall and the rest of the wall is light and bright and white, it's just gonna make the room really dark. I don't think it goes with the bedding either. I thought getting samples would make this process easier. This is really hard. This is really, really hard. So after realizing I didn't like any of these, it was back to the drawing board. And that's when I learned about color theory, which is all about how different colors make you feel. So now I am tailoring my color options based on how it would look in my personal space and how I wanted to feel in my room. And after trying more warmer shades of neutral, I decided to go for this middle shade, which I really liked. Now my task is to cover my entire room in dust sheets so that paint doesn't go anywhere, and to prime my wall and then to paint it.
I'm such an idiot. I managed to go over it. I'm not good at coloring within the line.
I didn't realize that choosing the paint color was going to take this long. But it's a whole process trying to figure out what works for you. I realized that a lot of choosing the color is more about how the paint makes you feel in your room rather than picking a color that you like. Initially, when I went to a paint store, I would have never picked this color. Like I had to try so many colors till I got to one that I gravitated to. Now that I have a paint color, it means I can start buying things that work with that color scheme. So actually now going shopping and buying bits is gonna be so much easier because I have a color palette to work off of. So that's great. I am looking online for furniture and it's been an interesting experience. I have found mirrors that I really like. I found a style I really like. I think it's called pebble mirror and it's like an irregular circle. And then I found another mirror I like, which is more like a dome at the top and then straight at the bottom, which you can nicely place on like a drawer. The next thing I want to look at is getting like drapey curtains ones. The only thing is, I currently don't have like a curtain rail at the top. I don't know how I'm gonna install all this. I also want to get a wooden shelf on top of my bed. I think this is so stunning. It's so effortlessly elegant. And again, I'm quite lucky. My room gets a lot of natural light, so I think this will look stunning. Ooh. Love that. The one that I really liked is sold out, typical. But it's like this sage green, like sage minty green. And I think that's so stunning and so pretty. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look so cute in real life. This is why it's good to see reviews. I might get a few colors. Okay, let's see the measurements. I might just order this and then see what it looks like in the room. I have my trusted tape measurer. I'm gonna be using this a lot. We are making progress. I am seeing things I like. Now I just gotta get them all and see it in person. Now that I painted the wall, I was finally at the stage where I could buy bits and pieces to match the color aesthetic and theme I've gone for. Going into the store with a clearer plan definitely made it easier, but it's always good to get a second opinion. Yes, hi.
What's your vlogs?
Hi. You might be in it now. I'm trying to decorate my bedroom and I'm really struggling. Okay,
what's like your theme?
Okay, I want to be my soft girl era. My wall is like a light yellowy beige.
Actually, that looks good.
Nice to meet you, by
Nice
the
to
way.
meet you.
And I basically spent all my weekends for a good few weeks going home decor shopping, looking at vases, prints, candles, pots, and I loved every second of it. Nothing makes me happier than pottering around looking at home decor. It's time to add some life and energy into my room in the form of plants. I've always been nervous to buy plants because I don't have the best track record of keeping them alive, which makes me feel so guilty. But I really want to do a good job and give them the best chance, so I downloaded an app where you can log in each plant and learn about their needs. But somehow I even managed to get this wrong.
Oh my god, are you sure? That's a lot. Oh, I'm gonna kill these plants. I just know it. 434 milliliters. Oh, I think I did it wrong. I meant to be measuring the plant container, not the actual plant. I definitely drowned that plant. Oh no, this is why I don't get plants. 15. Let's see what it says now. That makes way more sense. Ah, I killed my other plant. I was gonna say, why was it asked for so much water? We're learning, we're growing.
I've had this on the wall for about a week now, and I do like it. It's very warm, it makes the room very bright. When I come in, it does make me smile, it makes me happy. The only issue I'm having is I'm worried it doesn't go with any of the other furniture I picked out. The kind of aesthetic and scheme I'm going for is very earthy, wood, plants, beige, neutrals. I just don't know if this wall color goes with everything. We shall see. Anyway, I have bought some stuff that I'm hoping would complement the wall. I already have a white Kallax IKEA bookshelf. Right now it does look quite basic and doesn't really work within the space. So my plan is to decorate it. And I bought some like woven baskets just to like spice up the storage unit. And I think that goes with the wall quite nicely. And then the main thing I'm really not sure about, let's not have a fall. I bought a mirror, finally, and it's stunning, but it is a walnut color. I am worried that the walnut isn't gonna go with the wall. So let's unpack it together and just like hope for the best. Oh, I really like her. Oh my God, I really like her, but she is dark. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work. She's heavy. I'm gonna put this on the wall and I'm kind of nervous now. Why is this thing so heavy? I mainly chose this mirror because I like the shape of it. I wanted something that felt very like unique. All the other mirrors I looked at, they were just like the standard square or rectangle. And I like this because of the shape. I think it's really cool. It's really pretty. I want the room to feel very like natural and flowy. And I feel like the shape of this mirror adds to that kind of vibe. Now that I put the mirror on the wall, mirror on the wall, it makes the paint look less yellow and more beige, more the color I was actually going for. So that's really interesting. I actually think it does work. Does that go with this? I think it does. I think it's all coming together now. I'll see the vision, mainly because it's physically in front of me. Now that I have all the bits and pieces, I just kind of need to like slot them in. It's like a puzzle. I think the only thing I'm really waiting to arrive is the shelf. I've ordered a rustic wooden shelf that's gonna go on top of my bed. So I have to drill the mirror to the wall, the shelf, and also a curtain rail. So I kind of need a handyman for that because that is outside my skill set. I measured the Kallax bookshelf and basically bought a piece of pine wood to put on top of it. The really good thing about being cute is you can ask them to cut it to the dimension that you want. I need to like sand it down and varnish it and stuff like that. So there's a bit of DIY to do. I've never done anything like that before, so we shall see how that goes. My goal is to try and match the pine wood with the bookshelf. I haven't seen the bookshelf yet, so I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. It might be fine, it might complement each other. Oh, okay, it has dried. It is not the color I was expecting. It's just so yellow. Oh, this is not the color I wanted. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but in real life, it's so oily and just like yellow. Was I going for bright yellow? No, I wanted something that felt a bit lighter. I'm now thinking, should I have just stuck with like 2 coats? But you don't really know what the color is going to look like until it's dried. Of all the different shades of wood, this color is my least favorite. I just think it looks so dated when it's this color. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is not what I wanted. What a me. Well, there's not much I can do about it because I can't change the color now. Let's just put this on the bookshelf. And I think once I start putting all the other bits on it, it might make it look better. It goes quite well, actually. Nice. Oh, she's so pretty. The mirror, not me. Now that I'm seeing more like wood, it's making the room feel much more homey and cozy and warm, which is what I wanted. And now we're gonna bring it to life by putting in plants. The main thing I love about having plants in the room is the color. Like, look at that green. It just makes the room feel so much more alive. Oh, look at that. I'm really excited for the newest addition to the room. This is my vinyl record player. It was actually gifted to me by YouTube. It's got my YouTube name on it. Such a cool gift. Just think it's a really nice addition to the room. This thing is so good for mood lighting. And that's it. Now it's all been put together. It looks so nice and cozy. I really like it. That is a storage unit all come together. It looks so much better than the basic calyx now. It looks like it makes sense in a bedroom, so we love that. I love how I have my basket full of like all my creative supplies, all my paints and DIY kits and embroideries like in my little storage basket. And then right next to my bed, I have my journal, some watercolor paints and a sketch pad and a little card of affirmations. And I think that's so cute that I just have that right next to my bed whenever I need to get to it. A good way to add color and show more my personality is through prints. I went to this really cool print store called East End Prints. They had so many great options, but it was really hard to decide on which ones I should get. It felt like such a big decision to just pick 2, but I am really happy with my final decision. Along with the frames and everything else I added to the shelf, I think the colors really complement each other and it all works really well. And the final part was putting the bed together. I now have 6 pillows on my bed and Tata. I now realize there's no such thing as having too many pillows. And my room is finally done. It made me realize that I really don't do many like creative DIY projects, but I really do like that sort of thing. Decorating your home is like such a good excuse to just like play around and try something different and learn throughout the process of what you like and what you don't like. The fact that I kind of like created this myself makes me appreciate the final results so much more. Now I'm making use of all the things. And by that I mean like I owned a vinyl player and I owned a projector, but because they've been in boxes for the longest time, I just never used them. But now I'm like displaying all my favorite things and it just means I get to use them more, because like what is the point in having things if you don't even use them? It should perfectly align to this like white space here on the wall. Let's test out the projector and see what it's like. This is just like a tester. I put this like aesthetic video in the background, but it's good to know that the projector works and it's such a good placement for it. Oh my god, I can just leave it on the shelf and it's perfect. This is so nice. My main goal throughout this whole process was creating a space that made me feel very safe, calm, cozy, warm. And now when I look around my room, it has all those elements. The mood lighting is quite a big one for me, and I think the lamps really do create that like warm, safe, cozy space. I feel really happy and warm and also calm in it. And meditating in my room is such a treat now. It's a lot easier to get into that headspace, no pun intended. I feel like the colors in the room work so nicely together, and I'm glad that I didn't just stick with beige, because it was looking dangerous for a bit, guys. I was like, I'm just buying everything that's beige. And I thought the whole point of even starting this room decor thing was that I wanted to move away from just like plain. I felt like as soon as I started putting plants in the room came to life. Like before that, it was very much just like a blank beige wall. And then I put plants in and suddenly I felt like I could breathe. Everything just felt so much lighter and brighter and so much energy. Plants definitely bring life into a room. Let's hope I can keep them alive so they keep bringing life to the room. I am so happy with how it turned out. Like, this room just makes me so happy. This feels like what childhood Taz's dream room would have looked like grown up. Younger me would have loved a room like this because it just feels so like safe and warm and inviting, and still has like all the little creative bits that show my personality. And it just feels like such a nice, safe space. It just makes my inner child really happy. I just love it so much. And let's not forget the most important piece of the room. Ta-ta! I feel like naturally I'll want to like switch things up and change things every now and again, but for the most part, this room works so well for me. It's been a really fun and enjoyable learning curve. Like, going into this, I didn't know much about interior design. I thought it would come naturally to me. It did not. And I had to learn about color theory, feng shui, what I liked and what I didn't like. And so the end result was surprising to me, but I am so happy with it. And it's so nice to see it all come to life. It just makes me so happy. I love the bed. Why have I never thought of putting gazillion cushions on my bed? I will never know. But now in the evening, I come home and I just like sink into bed and like fall asleep like an absolute princess. And it's so nice to treat yourself that way. I love all the different colors of the prints and the lamps and the candles. I have my journal just here so I can like journal away. It's just so nice. Now I can see why people decorate their homes, because it makes such a big difference to your mental health. I can't stop smiling. That's how happy I am. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video and coming along with me, and also for your input. I asked you guys a lot on Instagram about like what I should do, especially when it came to the paint color, because I was really stuck on that for so long, but now I love it. So thank you for that. I'm really excited to decorate the rest of my flat now. I feel like I really got into it. So expect more home decor videos. I don't know when, but expect them some point. I love it. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching. I love you lots. Please know you matter, and I shall see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.